Charts are powerful tools for visualizing data, helping to present complex information in a simpler and more digestible form. Here's a breakdown of the most common types of charts used for data visualization. Bar charts use rectangular bars to represent data values. The length of each bar is proportional to the value it represents. They are best for comparing discrete categories or groups. There are vertical bar charts where bars are oriented vertically, and horizontal bar charts where bars are oriented horizontally. An example use is comparing sales data for different products in a year. A line chart connects data points with a line, making it useful for showing trends over time. They are best for displaying changes over periods and identifying trends. An example use is tracking temperature changes over a month or monitoring stock market performance. A pie chart divides a circle into slices to show the proportion of each category relative to the whole. They are best for showing parts of a whole or percentage distributions. An example use is illustrating the market share of different companies within an industry. A histogram is similar to a bar chart, but used to represent frequency distributions of continuous data. They are best for showing the distribution of numerical data, such as age ranges or test scores. An example use is showing the distribution of student scores in a class. A scatter plot uses dots to represent individual data points on a two-dimensional plane, with each axis representing a variable. They are best for displaying the relationship between two variables. An example use is showing the correlation between hours of study and exam scores. An area chart is similar to a line chart, but with the area below the line filled with color or shading, to emphasize the magnitude of values over time. They are best for showing cumulative totals and the area between different datasets. An example use is visualizing the total sales of a company over several years. A box plot is used to show the distribution of a dataset, highlighting the median, quartiles, and potential outliers. They are best for analyzing the spread and skewness of data, particularly in statistical analysis. An example use is comparing the test score distributions across different student groups. A radar chart displays data in a circular format, with multiple axes representing different variables. The data points are connected to form a polygon. They are best for comparing multiple variables across different categories. An example use is comparing the performance of multiple products across various attributes like price, quality, and durability. A heat map uses color to represent the values in a matrix. The intensity of the color indicates the magnitude of the data. They are best for showing relationships between variables or data density across a grid. An example use is visualizing correlations between different metrics in a large data set or displaying website traffic. A bubble chart is a variation of a scatter plot where each data point is represented by a bubble, with the size of the bubble indicating a third variable. They are best for representing 3 dimensions of data in a 2-dimensional chart. An example use is comparing companies' revenues, market share, and growth rates. A waterfall chart is used to visualize incremental changes to a starting value. It shows how an initial value is affected by a series of positive and negative values. They are best for demonstrating financial data or changes over time, especially for explaining profits and losses. An example use is analyzing the changes in revenue for a company during a fiscal year. A Gantt chart is used for project management to represent tasks over time. It shows the start and finish dates of project elements in a timeline. They are best for tracking the progress of tasks within a project. An example use is managing project timelines and deadlines. A Pareto chart combines a bar chart and a line graph, with bars showing the frequency of problems and the line representing the cumulative total. They are best for identifying the most significant factors contributing to a problem or issue, based on the Pareto principle. 80% of effects come from 20% of causes. An example use is identifying the top causes of defects in a manufacturing process. A funnel chart visually represents stages in a process, with the width of each section showing the volume or count of items at each stage. They are best for displaying a process with stages that naturally decrease in volume or count, like a sales funnel. An example use is visualizing the stages in a sales pipeline, from leads to closed deals. A donut chart is similar to a pie chart but with a hole in the middle. It is often used for the same purposes as pie charts but with a cleaner look. They are best for showing percentage data and parts of a whole. An example use is visualizing the percentage share of different departments in a company's budget. The type of chart you choose depends on the type of data you're working with and the insights you want to convey. Understanding the strengths of each chart allows you to present data effectively, making it easier for your audience to grasp complex information at a glance. Whether you're comparing data, tracking changes over time, or analyzing distributions, there's a chart for every need.